So the movie Cars definitely really helped cement, I think in some ways, the lure of Route 66, but it's really become kind of an iconic thing.
Route 66 has a tradition of being this romantic road and this journey out west. And that's always been true, sort of the Jack Kerouac, on the road type thing to it. But it also has another side of the story. A lot of those trips you see on photographs or Coca-Cola posters, it's a white family in a convertible, blonde hair, blue eyes, that kind of thing. Well, there's another side of Route 66 that we like to cover too, and that's the African American experience, the Hispanic, the Native American experience. Were there other aspects of Route 66 that maybe haven't been as well documented? And so this grant will go ahead and kind of shed light on that, and we're looking forward to seeing how much we can do with preserving the other stories that are associated with Route 66.
So for instance, earlier this week we interviewed Homer Boyd and George Culp, who are the sole surviving members of the Philharmonics, which was an African-American quintet that sang from the 40s through the 60s, was sort of their peak time. 5 black men in a car in the 40s, 50s, and 60s traveling up and down Route 66 to perform. We learned last week that we're going to get a small grant from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And back in 2007, they listed every motel and motor court on the Route 66 corridor as being at risk. And if you just think about Springfield, you got, Railhaven is doing well. They started in 1938. But you got some other motor courts that are either being used as pretty rundown apartment complexes in town, or they're just falling apart. So now what the Historic Trust has done is they've created an innovation grant, they call it. So they're looking for innovative ways to raise consciousness about these historic properties that are at risk, and also to almost like crowdsource current knowledge about the status of these properties. So what we're trying to do is make it easy for people that either live along where these historic hotels are and just are interested in them, or they're living in there as apartments, or they're staying there as guests, to leave their impressions of this property. And it's not a review in the sense that, the sheets were dirty or whatever, but it's more, this is the state of this property when I saw it on this date. So then over time you'll have like this map that matches the route through Missouri, and then you can click on those and see what photos were taken at various points in time.
What we'd like to do is become sort of the Midwest Research Center for Route 66 studies.